Yesterday, out of 4 Sampati checkup wheels of success, the first 3 wheels are not causeless, as every result is not separated from cause. They are all cause. They are all the result of cause. The Buddha has given this expression, Pubbekata Punyata, meaning having done good deeds in the past. Good deed means a variety of good deeds. Although we cannot say in which existence we have been born, or which kind of existence we have been, and which kind of good deeds we have done, unless we possess this supernormal powers, knowledge. However, seeing the result, we can understand the cause. This Paranumana method of deduction, one can deduce that because the result is here, we can make a guess. But this is not an uncertain guess. This is a sure guess, without any doubt. Though we don't know the cause, the result is here. Just like when you see at a distance smoke, you know that there must be fire. And the fire is the cause, and the smoke is the result. In this way, the two are related by way of cause and effect. You see the fire, you see the smoke, but you don't see the fire, but you see only the smoke. But you can guess that there must be fire, because you see the result, you can guess the cause of it. Although you don't go and just run to that place and look for yourself to be certain, you can always guess, make a good guess that it must be correct, it cannot be wrong. In the text is given that because of your past good deeds, you have come to the present success as you have expected, full of qualities, good qualities. The present success is full of good qualities, worthy of serving as a role model or an example, good example. Success in both worldly and Dhamma affairs, in a sense being fulfilled with 3 trainings of Sila Samadhi Panya, cultivating one's physical, verbal, mental behaviors to become blameless, pure, gentle and cultured. Such are the things people anticipate. They always hope to attain such success. So such success as expected is known as sampatti, or success, or fulfillment, accomplishment. So that to reach that stage, one must have done good deeds in the past. And this is given as pamana, you may say it as yardstick or example, setting an example by way of the good deeds done in the past. Pubbekata Punyata. These good karma, good deeds, good actions are not ordinary actions. They are the actions done in the past, not without knowledge, not blind deeds, but deeds accompanied with knowledge. Even in those times, one can differentiate between kusala and akusala with the basic concept that good deeds will bring about good result. Bad deeds, one will suffer for bad deeds. You can say it's parami kusala. Good deeds are of perfection, and one has done things based on such concept. Because of this understanding that if one cultivates, one conduct one's behaviors in a good way, one is bound to get good results. If not, one suffers. So such consequences are detestable and fearful. Understanding that, one would detest and fear of conducting one's behaviors in a bad way, and one detests and fear also the consequences that can arise out of these bad deeds. The result is one practices restraint of one's behaviors accompanied with knowledge. Knowing that some deeds are not virtuous, not good, one controls oneself so as not to make mistakes. At times with sympathetic feeling, with the concept judging others by your own standard, you control yourself, self-control, and by self-control you are safeguarding others. So in this way, and also having acts of generosity in the past, and sharing your belongings with others in your own in your own right, helping others by giving, helping others so that they are relieved from one of these things that you are giving. So you have done these virtuous deeds, and such deeds are accompanied with knowledge, such as upasita, kusala, things, good deeds which you have accumulated in the past. And as much as you have accumulated these good deeds which are blameless, this becomes a cause for good result in the future, and such can be called parami kusala, the good deeds of perfection. It is not sufficient just with the deeds with such expectations, doing kusala karma, just good karma. Such actions must be supported or accompanied with knowledge and energy, heroic energy. Possessing this basic concept of karma sakata samadhi, the concept of karma and karma results, that good begets good and bad begets bad. When it comes to good deeds, one should have a heroic energy, heroic courage in order to undertake that good deed. And when it comes to bad deeds, one should have the heroic courage to abstain from such bad deeds. In this way, whenever one does anything, one possesses knowledge and virya, energy. So these deeds are supported by knowledge and energy. Such deeds will be extraordinary karma. You say parami karma, karma which has the quality of parami, which can be qualified as parami, perfection, spiritual perfection. Whenever one does any good deed, whether in a small way or on a large scale, especially, for instance, generosity, dana, offering, such as dana or giving voluntary service, one should perform these things without regard for one's own welfare or for one's own interest, material interest in this case. When you are doing dana kusala, you must have that concept that you are helping others with metta and karuna. Loving kindness, you want them to be happy, to be fulfilled, and karuna, compassion, you don't want them to suffer from one of these things that you are parting with. Then you are said to be performing the acts of generosity towards others. So with metta, karuna, loving kindness and compassion, you wish others to be happy and to be fulfilled. So how about the expectation for oneself? Don't you expect anything for yourself in return? Yes, you do. You will expect only the assured, guaranteed peace and happiness. The pleasures of mind and body, psychophysical pleasure you might call it, they are pleasures, no doubt, but they are deadly, harmful, fatal. One should not expect to realize such benefits. You must expect real, assured, guaranteed happiness. And such is parami kusala. Kusala, good deeds, which can qualify as spiritual perfection without regard for yourself, for oneself, instead having regard for others' welfare and prosperity. And as for oneself, only expect or wish to realize assured happiness, which are lofty ideals. Every time you do, the community also will recognize that without you having to advertise, publicize, and they will just praise you, oh, you are a good person. And this will give rise to parama. So first you must have this knowledge, the basic concept, and then this praise by others automatically. This is parami, that you possess lofty ideals, and such is parami, spiritual perfection. As for these people who perform things without knowledge, blind actions, or even if they have knowledge, not sufficient knowledge, their knowledge is not strong enough, whenever they do such good deeds, they will do it only when these are for their own benefits, for their own advantage. Then they will wish to do it. They will emphasize more on worldly benefits than the spiritual benefits, such as liberation or escape from suffering, which is the assured peace and happiness, guaranteed peace and happiness. That's why these parami kusalas, parami deeds, are not concerned with them. It's not their deeds. It's not the deeds of such individuals. So what are these deeds? For what kind of people do perform such deeds? Such deeds are performed by people who become disillusioned with the existential suffering and perform good deeds with metta and karuna for the welfare and prosperity of others, which are lofty ideals. Hence this expression, paramanam kammam parami. Parami is the deed of those who possess lofty ideals. This parami kusala, which one has done in the past, is accompanied with knowledge. And whenever one meets or one is confronted with unskillful deeds, bad deeds, one possess heroic courage to abstain from such bad deeds, as much as one has heroic courage to perform good deeds. So with the help of this knowledge and energy, one performs good deeds, such as Parami Kusala, which leads to good results in the future existences. So that whenever one performs good deeds, always such deeds are accompanied with knowledge. It's known as Penyam Savatrika Kamma. These good deeds are accompanied with knowledge. Because one has done good deeds in the past with knowledge, this gives a result, this brings about a result in the form of good deeds with reaching maturity, and very strong, powerful good deeds result from the past good deeds. Whatever deeds one undertakes, one wishes to become knowledgeable, to possess great knowledge, and whenever one performs a deed, one's deeds are accompanied with knowledge, and one also expects to gain knowledge, and such is Penya Samudrinika Kamma, actions accompanied with knowledge. And for your general knowledge, Chara also adds to this, that is, some factors which can cause the possession of knowledge. That is, if one has been in a Brahma plane, fine material planes, where the beings are free from dosa, anger, ill will, dissatisfaction, disappointment, free from dosa, and based on that they are free from envy, avarice. Even if these fine material beings are not attained people, they are ordinary beings, Putujana, they are free from anger or ill will, dissatisfaction. And in this way their mind is very cool and peaceful, and this is a cause for knowledge. In the human world also there are people who live peacefully with metta karuna, with high expectation, high lofty ideals, because they are free from dosa in their own right. They are also free from envy, avarice and other kilesas in their own right. This is the result of having done things with knowledge. This also is a cause for cultivating knowledge or possessing knowledge. And also this expression, Indriya Pariparaka Pagata, that is possessing the faculty, controlling faculty of wisdom. This controlling faculty of wisdom reaches maturity. This is a discriminating knowledge which can arise in those people between age bracket 40 and 50. I don't know how many of us are here. So such people tend to possess this kind of controlling faculty of wisdom. And even if in their young age they might be just doing haphazard things, violent, blind things, at this age bracket 40 and 50 they become sober, their actions are sober and prudent, because they reach maturity in general. Because of their own personal experience in their lifetime, they become sober and prudent. And whenever they do wholesome deeds, such deeds tend to be accompanied with knowledge. And another factor for the arising of knowledge, another factor for knowledge is kilesa duri bhavato. being distancing yourself, or distancing the defilements, keeping the distance away, keeping the defilements at distance. So one can argue, how about youngsters? Should we be between 40 and 50? How about us, below 40? Where are we blind? Are we bad people? That may be a question. So Shyama says, don't worry. We have something for youngsters. That is kilesa duri bhavado. Keeping kilesas at distance. Keeping it far away. Distancing these kilesas from you. So that they become weak and not strong enough. These kilesas such as greed, hatred, delusion, tend to undermine knowledge. They are impure. So then the knowledge will enter the stream of consciousness. They will be far away from kilesas, so that their mind will also become clear, serene, and thus cultivate knowledge, because they are far away from kilesas. The practice of choice to distance kilesas is none other than Satipatthana. Now the yogis are practicing, yogis of all ages, guarding themselves with vigilant mindfulness of every arising, noting every arising object energetically with precision, deepening the concentration. When their mind is concentrated, their mind will not go elsewhere. They will not accept kilesas by not giving a chance to arise in the stream of consciousness. The kilesas are said to be overcome. And as for sati protects your mind. That is the function of the manifestation of sati, protection. So as per its quality, sati will protect you, so that kilesas will not enter your stream of consciousness. And as for concentration, samadhi, because your mind is concentrated, consolidated, no kilesas can enter. So one moment of mindfulness, one way of distancing the kilesas farther and farther away. So continued mindfulness repeatedly, keeping the kilesas farther and farther away. Then this will be the cause for knowledge. And Satipatthana practice is a real practice to cultivate knowledge by distancing these kilesas which tend to undermine your knowledge and weaken your knowledge. So initially you have this Pinya Samadhi Kamma, action always accompanied with knowledge. Initially this is ingrained in you, in your mind, and you are doing this bhavana. In addition, you are practicing this meditation bhavana. So this will strengthen you to be able to possess knowledge, and also distancing kilesas with the practice of meditation. So you'll be more and more be able to cultivate knowledge. So therefore, those people who possess such qualities tend to cultivate knowledge within 1 or 2 days, because they practice respectfully and carefully, because they are distancing kilesas, keeping the kilesas away. Sampati chaka, or wheel of success, and this is a good circumstance known as sampati, success or accomplishment. This is the beginning of the wheel, the start of sampati, success, wheel of success. Once you come to a suitable location, Patirupa Desavasa, you have the opportunity of approaching or associating with the virtuous. You are close to them at one time or another. And because of this karma accompanied with knowledge and energy, after you have come to this place and you become familiar with the virtuous, this is also another circumstance, suitable circumstance, also sampatti, accomplishment. When you have come to a place, suitable place and associated with the virtuous, you have the chance to listen to the sublime Dhamma, to cultivate your behaviors, and you can understand the method of practice. After listening, you can undertake that practice, leading to right self-cultivation, Attasamapannidi. And because of this support of the karma accompanied with good actions, accompanied with knowledge, you have come to a good place, suitable place, associated with the virtuous, and listen to the sublime talk and undertake the practice and cultivate yourself. All these things are sampatti, accomplishment. And such accomplishment is a result of good deeds done in the past. This is another sampatti known as Bhupikata Punyata, having done good deeds in the past. This good karma has sent you to a suitable place to associate with the virtuous, listen to the sublime Dhamma, and perform this right self-cultivation. And in this way, you have good circumstances, accomplishment, success, sampatti. So the Buddha said this, with the four wheels. These four wheels rotate among man and devas. Devas include Brahmas. So they are interrelated. There's a linkage between among these four wheels. Such as, because of your good deeds, you are sent to the suitable place. Because you are in the suitable place, you have the chance to meet with the virtuous. Because you have the chance to meet with the virtuous, you have the chance to listen to the sublime Dhamma, and you are able to practice Attasamapannidi. So, if you go backwards, the fact that you are able to conduct yourself in the right way is because you are able to listen to the sublime Dhamma, and the cause for that is you are able to approach the virtuous, and the reason for that is you have come to a suitable location, and the cause of that is things done in the past. So these four wheels rotate. These four accomplishments, wheels of success, rotate like a wheel. And this is in keeping with the theory. And the Buddha continued that those who possess, among these four wheels, the two things, namely Saramasavana, listening to the sublime talk, and Attasamapannidi, right self-regulation or cultivation, are crucial. That can be discovered, that can be known through personal experience. And you just see at your practice what advantage you can get by going through these four wheels. So the Buddha said that the men and devas who possess these four wheels of success will be able to gain prosperity and welfare, which are very great, extended, and both worldly and spiritual. And these are the advantages, results of possessing the four wheels, or letting the four wheels rotate continuously. Now just look at yourself, how transformation, to what extent you have been transformed. As I said, you're guarding yourself with the vigilant mindfulness of every rising and noting every rising in the body with energetic precision so as to grasp every object, not to miss them. Your mind becomes calm and concentrated, seeing the true nature of things in stages. Just note continuously so as not to allow any gap. You can feel the difference from one moment to another, from 1 hour to another, 1 hour to the next, or 1 day to the next. There's a change from the original initial circumstance, situation, condition. Unusual transformation. And such is sampatti. Just note meticulously and analyze this mindfulness. This mindfulness comprises the 3 trainings, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. With Sila, morality, you are conducting your physical, verbal behaviors in the right way, so that they become blameless and pure and affable. Being able to overcome the transgressive, gross forms of kilesas. If only you are able to sustain this Sila continuously, suppose for 1 minute at the rate of 1 per second, you'll be able to sustain Sila 60 times in 1 minute. And in 5 minutes and 1 hour, you can just imagine how much Sila you are accumulating. This is development, becoming great, widening, extending. You can understand from your own experience. While you are noting rising and falling, not to miss them, with application of virya and with proper aiming. There's this sati and samadhi, concentration. When your mind is concentrated, there will be no restlessness, no distraction, no wandering. So kilesas, the virya will not allow kilesas, they will not be accepted. And also sati, it controls your mind, prevents the kilesas from entering. And with samadhi, your mind is concentrated. Just imagine at that moment the situation of your mind. Your mind is free from this obsessive kind of defilements. As much as with sila, you are free from transgressive defilements by body and speech, and with mindfulness, you are free from obsessive defilements. How great is your achievement! Initially, you are taking an aim at the object, so that your mind is concurrent with the object, and the mind is concentrated. You are able to see things in a true nature, that this is the object to be noted, and this is the noting mind. This is the mind, this is the body, and this is rising, this is falling, this is rising, and this is knowing of rising or noting of rising. This is falling, and this is the noting mind, noting falling. So every time you are able to sustain your mindfulness and concentrate your mind, you are able to differentiate the mind and the body and their conditionality and the universal characteristics of impermanence and so on. In this way, you are free from the latent tendencies of defilements on a part-time basis. How wonderful it is! You are progressing in your knowledge. That also is a transformation, widening, extending, developing from the original situation, such as sampatti. And such a person will soon be able to enhance or uplift the power of Sati Samadhi Panya, so that these three trainings will become more and more developed and more extensive. You can test it on the touchstone of your own personal experience. Such is the human qualities that you come to possess, and it is essential for everybody to possess this virtuous mind. And it's such as bhoga, this wealth. You come to possess wealth because of the possession of these four wheels of success. That means you'll be fulfilled with material prosperity for your living conditions, food, clothing and shelter, all the things that you need. And then your fame and gain and knowledge. Dana means wealth. You will have much following, and you will gain fame and friends. Good fame will spread. Not to mention the kind of peace and happiness which is good in itself, which is inseparable when you cultivate your mind and insight. So this is the bhoga, wealth or prosperity, extension and development of prosperity, being transformed from the original situation. Such transformation for the better, that is to the successful circumstance, sampatti. Out of these two things, as we have said, sarama savana, listening to the sublime talk, sublime dhamma, and adasma pridhi, right self cultivation, are two qualities which should be possessed by everybody. Then, once you possess these two things, you will gain, you become prosperous without you making any wish. This is not the work of a supreme being. This is not created by a supreme being or any other being. This is your own creation. This is your own doing. You do it by yourself because of your past good deeds and doing good physical, verbal, mental behaviors. You have come to such a situation. Because of your own oneself, done by oneself, you have come to a good situation and not by anybody else. Because the support of karma, not only karma, but jnana, wisdom, knowledge, and virya, energy. They give very strong support for your transformation, for your success. And what is the cause for such things? What is the cause for possessing this karma, jnana, and virya? What is the cause for this sampatti? What is the cause for this support of karma, jnana, and virya? The Buddha has said this is the four wheels are the cause for your fame, gain, and prosperity and success, not the work of the Supreme Being. This is done by yourself and achieved by yourself because you possess virya and jnana. In brief, it is quite obvious that what yogis are doing is practicing a lofty discipline, practice of Satipatthana. That is because of their past good deeds, they have come to be able to practice good deeds in this present life. And in this present life, you are doing this Sadhamma Savana, possessing the Sadhamma Savana, listening to the sublime Dhamma, and Adasamapanidhi, right self-cultivation, practice of meditation. Because you possess these two things in this life again, this will become Pubhikata Punyata, a cause for future good existences. And since the present deeds of Sadhamma Savana and Adasma Pridhi will serve as Pubhikata Punyata for the next existence, so that in the next existence you will come to a suitable place and Patirupati-Savasa and be able to associate with the virtuous, then listen to the sublime Dhamma and have chance to do self-cultivation. And this will again become Pubbekara Punyana, a cause for future transformation, good thing for future success. In this way, this transforming sampati, wheels of success rotate. They are like a linkage. They rotate continuously, linking one with another. Practice until you are able to attain the first path, consciousness, Sotapanna. Then once you have become a noble person, noble individual, let us leave aside the material prosperity. Let's talk about the mental prosperity, spiritual prosperity. One will come to possess this Dana, wealth, known as Aryan wealth, Arya Dana, or Aryan wealth of the noble ones, beginning with Sadadana, the wealth of faith and confidence. There will be no skeptical doubt about the truth. There will be no unbelieving about the truth, and there will be unshakable faith about the truth. And such a faith will never be disrupted, will never be broken by anybody else. Then the next wealth is Siladana, the wealth of morality. You come to possess this wealth as morality. Morality becomes your own property. Then comes Hiridana, the wealth of spiritual shame or detesting, feeling guilty to commit unwholesome things, virtually detesting them. And the wealth of fear, spiritual fear, Ottappadana. Then we have the Suddhadana, the wealth of knowledge, learning, the wealth of learning. Learning the correct practice, then one you come to possess the method of practice. Agama Sutta, Adhigama Sutta, there are two kinds of learning. And because you listen by yourself, you come to possess this knowledge, a world of information. Then Chagadana, the wealth of generosity. There are two aspects of this. While you are practicing meditation, all your impurities, gross, medium and refined forms, are done away with, are removed from your mind. In another sense, whenever you do acts of generosity, dana, you will be doing it not for your benefit, but in a free way, doing for the benefit of others, without any bondage of self-interest. Then we have the Panyadana, the wealth of wisdom. The wisdom, cultivating insight knowledge, beginning with the discernment of mind and body, progressing along the path, and until one realizes the path and fruition knowledge of the noble ones. Then you come to possess what you practice can be possessed by yourself. This becomes your wealth. So once you attain the first path, consciousness, you come to possess these 7 kinds of Aryan wealth. So this is a result of possessing or letting these 4 sampati, 4 wheel of success rotate continuously in you, so that very soon you come to possess this kind of Bhoga wealth, which is great and much developed.
အချိန်ကြာသွားပါပြီ။နှစ်ဖက်ကကြာမှတပ္ပတိဆက်၄ပါးဟာမှန်ကန်တဲ့စိတ်ထားကျိုးရှိမှန်ကန်တဲ့အတွေ့အခေါ်စီရင်လုံးတရားတွေကောင်းဖို့ရာအတွက်အားကြီးသောအကြောင်းပဲဆိုတာပေါ့လေ။နှစ်ဖက်ကကြာမှဆက်ဆက်ပြီးတော့ပြောပါမယ်။ဒီနေ့တော့ ဒါနဲ့ပဲရကြအောင်ဆို
So tomorrow we shall continue with this subject, talking about how these 4 sampatis become a powerful cause for good ideas and good results. The end.